Hello, Vanderbilt, and welcome back to school. It is I, Carly Schwartz.
And I, Sam Malik.
We are here together to host the first show back of the semester, and we are so excited to be back. I know it's been a while for Sam and I, both of us. I mean, he wasn't here in the fall, and then in the spring he did a couple shows, and I was abroad, so it's exciting to be back in
Back for our senior year.
Exactly. So how was your summer?
It was great. I was at home in Dallas, Texas.
That's very nice.
How was yours?
It was good. Definitely different probably than being in Dallas. No humidity for me, which was really nice. I know you came to visit LA though, which was always fun. And good last semester as well.
Yeah, it was
good to be back.
Yeah, I enjoyed it. We missed you, of course.
I missed you guys.
How was Australia?
It was great. It was so amazing. Obviously, it's so weird being back and being back in Nashville. Very different feel than the land down under. I miss it there dearly, but I'm happy to be back. Different being back. Obviously, we also missed John. John was here this past weekend. Saw him, so I'm giving him a shout out. Of course I told him I would, but I'm excited to be hosting with Sam and kind of changing things up, right?
Well, I'm excited too.
Yes.
And there is a lot to be excited about this school year at Vanderbilt. Let's pick up some headlines here. In case you missed it, the Vanderbilt Commodores dropped the season opener Thursday night to Ole Miss, falling 39-35. At the end of a long first quarter, the visitors led 10-0. However, the Commodores made an impressive opening to the second quarter and carried strong throughout, going into halftime with a 21-10 lead. The game continued on with each team neck and neck for victory, when finally the fourth quarter came and the wheels seemingly came off for the Commodores. Quarterback Austin Carter-Samuels was sacked for a loss of 10 yards. It was 4th and 18 with a little over 2 minutes remaining. Franklin went for it, and the risk paid off. Carter-Samuels strung together 2 impressive long passes for a touchdown. But the celebration for the home team was short-lived. Ole Miss running back Jeff Scott rushed 75 yards for a touchdown, untouched by the Vanderbilt defense. As the clock reached 0, Carter-Samuels' pass was intercepted, sealing the fate for the Commodores. From a different perspective on the big game on Thursday, Vanderbilt student government and a coalition of Vanderbilt student organizations came together in a show of support for the Green Dot movement by wearing Green Dot stickers along with their various blackout gear. The Green Dot is the symbol and name of a national program designed to provide a comprehensive approach to violence prevention that capitalizes on the power of peer and cultural influence. Chancellor Nicholas Zeppos was extremely pleased with the outcome, and he had this to say: "I am proud of our students for taking such a strong leadership role in demonstrating the values of friendship, civility, and mutual respect that we all cherish as a campus community. At Vanderbilt, we each share the opportunity and the responsibility to ensure our campus is a safe, respectful, and supportive environment for all." The student-inspired show of support at Thursday's football game was initially instilled to display the students' continued backing of the Vanderbilt Commodore football team after recent allegations towards the team. Thursday added to the yearly Green Dot awareness efforts, including a partnership between the program and the university's athletic department. During the 2013-2014 academic year, all Vanderbilt athletes will wear a green dot on their uniforms during the season. As many on campus now know, freshmen are prohibited from attending interfraternity council events where alcohol is present until September 13th, 2 weeks further into the semester than the previous policy allowed. The IFC gave several reasons for this decision in an official statement saying, "This period is expected to promote the aspects of fraternity life that exist outside of social activity where alcohol is present, and allow for potential new members to examine their true interest in joining an organization. We are here to create lifelong friendships, build leaders, and create positive social impact in Nashville and beyond. Parties are simply another benefit to being in a fraternity. They are not the purpose for joining a fraternity." The IFC is also hoping that this new time frame will reduce the amount of alcohol-related incidents involving first-year students in the community, seeing as in previous years the highest concentration of risk management for Greek organizations and potential new members has been in the first few weeks of school. In its decision, the IFC also incorporated the university's efforts to foster the Commons experience. According to its statement, the IFC does not want to detract from the many programming events designed specifically to help freshmen adjust to Vanderbilt life, nor does it want to interfere with the first few weeks of a freshman's college career. For more information on these stories and more, please visit InsideVandy.com.
There is lots going on here. First of all, I have to say, I'm very impressed with everyone taking the Green Dot thing so seriously.
I know, me too.
So well.
And there were no sorority stickers, too, at the tailgates.
Exactly.
So everybody let the focus be on the green dots, because I know the sorority stickers is kind of a big tradition at Vanderbilt and a lot of other
Definitely,
schools.
definitely.
And to put that on hold for a game, I think that says a lot about the community's commitment.
Oh, I completely agree. And to walk around, first of all, Greek Row, the tailgates, and also the football game, just to see the green dots everywhere really showed that we were a strong community and there to support the athletic department and obviously everyone, all our peers and friendships, and really take a next step in making it a safe community on campus.
Right. But no freshmen at the tailgates.
But no freshmen at the tailgates as well.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I guess they wouldn't have been able to go to the first one anyway.
Well,
but
that's what I was thinking. But then I was realizing that there's another football game that's coming Saturday.
So they're going to miss another one.
And they're going to miss another one. And that's, what, 2 out of 7 home games?
Not a lot of home games.
Not
right?
a lot of home games. So
although I do see the thinking behind it. You know,
yes,
you want
I
to
do.
get
But
to
I
know
will
people
say,
without alcohol. But
I do appreciate that. But I do, in terms of the related incidents, I feel like once you get them to the frats,
right.
what's going to happen is going to happen, sadly. I mean, you know, but there's always hope for improvement and
right.
hopefully it'll wind down
Hope
a
that
little
they
bit.
don't make bad decisions.
Exactly. I guess they have started to go
hope
out.
that people
but
who see people making bad decisions help them, green dots.
yeah, that's exactly true. But it's weird that they're starting so late.
I know.
But there is another football game on Saturday.
Yes.
Hopefully we'll all be able to get into the game. Speaking of, were you able to get into the game?
I didn't. I got turned away.
Same with me.
And here's my bone to pick with Vanderbilt football. I went to games when we sucked. All right? I went to games in the Robbie Caldwell year when we went 2-10. And then I got turned away, and that doesn't seem fair. I think as somebody who's been a loyal fan,
I agree.
I should be entitled to a ticket.
You are a
right?
devoted fan. Oh,
I've
I
earned
agree.
it.
Well, I remember when I got that email, I was like, there's no way they can start turning away students. They've never done it before because you show up and you're in the game. And so I didn't believe it. I laughed at it. And then, of course, I went and I couldn't get in. I mean, it was nuts, especially if you want to promote school spirit. To start turning away your students seems crazy to me.
Although I guess the fact that the game was that popular is like a sign that school spirit's on the rise. So that's good.
True. That is true.
And they have had to turn people away, I know, from the Kentucky basketball game a couple of times.
That I did know.
So,
People would camp out the night before to get tickets, which is crazy to me.
yeah.
Literally crazy. One more question. What do you think is going to happen now with this football game? You think we're all going to get in, or you think it's going to be the same thing?
It's a smaller opponent team,
Right.
Right. So okay, if you looked at the ESPN broadcast of the game, which I did because I couldn't get into the game, still bitter about it. It's fine. There was a lot of red in the stadium.
Right.
Right. So a lot of Ole Miss people came to Nashville. Austin Peay, smaller school, not as big of a football following. I think there will be fewer away fans. More space for us.
But now it's going to be sad since it's not a blackout game.
Right.
No one's going to be wearing black and gold. Well, some people might.
I will.
You will.
You will, right?
I will too.
All right.
But let's be real. It's not going to look as cool in the stadium.
No.
We're not going to look as united. But anyway, obviously I'm very, very excited for football season to be going and to be
Right.
back at school. But there's other stuff going on outside of campus in celebrity entertainment world. So it's been a long time coming for this episode, but I'm back and ready to update you all on the exciting and juicy gossip. Now, as much as I want to go through exciting stuff that took place over the course of the summer, I'm sure you can guess that the most exciting and shocking event to date was at MTV's Video Music Awards. In particular, what made heads turn was Miley Cyrus's shocking performance of We Can't Stop. Let's be real, she totally could have stopped just 1 minute in. If dancing teddy bears and twerking on stage wasn't enough, maybe the Smith family's reactions will explain the horror that everyone felt. The performance was very inappropriate, but people are saying she was just being Miley. Regardless of what happened, it was not her best performance. However, the VMAs were not all downhill. There were some extremely talented winners for the night as well. To recap some of the winners for you all, the best song this summer went to One Direction for the best song ever. Best female video went to Taylor Swift's I Knew You Were Trouble. Best hip hop video went to Macklemore and Ryan Lewis for Can't Hold Us. And the best pop video went to Selena Gomez for Come and Get It. In other exciting news, it was announced during the concert by JT that NSYNC is getting back together. Yes, that is right, after their performance medley, they made the exciting announcement to get fans ready for their album. So now we can only imagine what is in store. And lastly, Katy Perry debuted her new song, Roar, as the closing song of the evening. Dancing and singing in a boxing ring was not expected, but let's be real, Perry never does what is expected. Most impressively, she was able to jump rope mid-song, which is remarkable, because I don't think I could even just jump rope despite being on stage and then singing right after. But she for sure ended the show with a bang, which was needed after Miley's scarring performance. However, the VMAs were not the only event to occur this past summer. In other big news, Kim Kardashian and Kanye West finally had their baby. And as I'm sure you've all heard, the baby was named North That is Northwest. So we're just waiting to see what crazy name they would use. But a direction was what I expected. I wonder all the jokes that he will hear as time goes on. Poor thing. And last but not least, the most exciting news for the summer, for those Will and Kate fans, was the birth of the next royal baby boy, Her Royal Highness Prince George Alexander Louis of Cambridge. When making his first public appearance, Prince George knew exactly what to do. Now his wave to the cameras. There's no question that Prince George will be the perfect prince. We just can't wait to see him grow up. So exciting stuff going on. Lots of babies
nice.
And
new royal baby. That's wonderful.
Royal baby. Did you watch the news when that was all happening?
I was seeing it. My mom was actually in England at the time, so I was like getting texts
so
like,
cool.
oh my God. Yeah.
Was she waiting outside the palace?
She was actually at the park near Buckingham Palace and saw
cool.
helicopters and stuff.
Wow.
So
that's the place you want to be for this, not watching on your TV at home. But I will say it was pretty comfortable watching from home, but I would have rather been there on scene and kind of seeing what was going on.
Right. Well, full news coverage for that.
Yeah, exactly.
The media couldn't stop.
It was crazy. They literally lined the streets for weeks, I feel like, waiting up for it. I felt bad for them. I was like, you need to get a little break. It was crazy.
Yes. But elsewhere in the world, things are heating up in the Middle East this week. Tensions between the U.S. and Syria run high as Secretary of State John Kerry says that the odorless, colorless nerve agent sarin has been found in samples taken from Syria. These findings add to further existing evidence that Syrian President Bashar al-Assad and his government have used chemical weapons against the population of Syria. Kerry stated that over 1,400 people were killed in chemical weapons attacks. And former Egyptian President Mohamed Morsi, along with 14 other members of the Muslim Brotherhood, will go to trial for committing acts of violence and inciting killing and thuggery. Closer to home, Supreme Court Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg will become the first SCOTUS justice to perform a same-sex wedding this weekend when she officiates at the wedding of Kennedy Center President Michael Kaiser and economist John Roberts. Kaiser is a personal friend of Ginsburg, whose Supreme Court vote this past June helped overturn a law that banned recognition of same-sex marriages by the U.S. government. The AP reports that the wedding will take place at the Kennedy Center. And former South African President Nelson Mandela has checked out of the hospital following treatment for chronic lung infection. Mandela, who is 95, is still undergoing treatment, but now he will receive it in his home in Johannesburg.
I'm glad he's doing better, healthier.
Yeah, that's good.
And big moves are being made with same-sex marriage.
I know.
That's very impressive.
Lots of important Supreme Court decisions this summer.
Yeah, lots of decisions. So I'm excited that you'll be keeping us up to date with all of that. I'm looking towards Sam for my weekly news update, as always. But also the weather today will be great. Today there's a high of 90 and a low of 68. But get your rain gear out because there's a 40% chance of thunderstorms. 40% chance?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Well, tomorrow will be cool. It will cool down with a high of 82 and only 10% chance of rain. And the rest of the week is shaping up wonderfully with highs in the upper 80s and 0% chances of precipitation. Wow, we got a full week weather forecast right now.
I know.
That was great.
Our new producer Fallon is really on top of stuff.
I love it. I love it. So everyone, make sure to have that umbrella. Go buy an umbrella. I recommend the clear one. See, John's not here to make fun of me.
The bubble umbrella?
My bubble umbrella.
Looks a little goofy.
But it keeps everything dry. Your bag, well, I guess guys don't have to worry about that. But your backpack, you know, like if you're carrying your computer, you don't want that to get wet. Your shoes, everything. It's all dry. So go pick up a bubble umbrella for yourself. But I'm shocked it's going to rain. It's sunny right now and beautiful out.
Huh. Yeah.
Anyway, hopefully it doesn't rain this weekend for the football game. That's what we all have to keep our fingers crossed for. Right?
Good weather. Anchor down.
Anchor down. So yeah, tune in on Wednesday.
That's right.
For our next show with Fallon and Carly back to host for you guys. And until then, have a great day, Vanderbilt.